OVC Football Media Day, Jacksonville State preseason pick to win the league. Media poll came out a few days ago. Unanimous choice there, pretty much unanimous choice. So once again, Coach, that bullseye is going to be on you going into the season.
Nothing unfamiliar, but our guys really don't look at that, and they don't pay attention to predictions and stuff. They know it's about, productivity and how we play, and we're responsible for that. So, we don't really, worry about where we're ranked at or where we're predicted to be at. And, we love that because it's where we want to be. But like I said, we don't pay a lot of attention to that. It's all about how we play and how we prepare. And this conference is going to be as tough as it's ever been. And the parity there is you got to be ready to play every week. And like I said, hopefully our bunch will do that.
You had 5 guys first-team all-conference on offense, 4 on defense, and a specialist as well. So, obviously, there's some talent coming back, isn't there?
We got a good nucleus coming back. We lost some great leadership and some really, really good football players. So, we got some big shoes to fill there and some holes. But I think we've done a good job in all season of, just recruiting-wise and getting guys in. And we got some young guys that, kind of redshirted last year that did not play. So, we feel like our depth's really good. Now, we got some guys that don't have, game experience. They ain't seen live bullets, so we'll see how that goes when live bullets start flying around. But I like their team, and I like the way they're working and the all season that they've had.
Is there one area, you mentioned a hole, is there one spot that concerns you going in, or it's a bigger hole than any of the others?
We lost the most probably in the secondary and the back end on defense. So, but I like our talent level back there. So like I said, when you lose 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5 back there, you're a little concerned. Jaylen Hill's a lone ranger for his guys that have played and started back there. But we got a good nucleus back of guys that got in games last year. May not have been starters, but got in games and played, and we got some new guys I think are really going to be dynamic players as well. So that's one spot. Just depth wise, all over your football team, you're just trying to replace the Dawson Wells and guys like that you lost in different places on offense, replacing 2 tight ends and Spencer Goffins and Brummel, guys like that. Those are big shoes to fill. And I'll say this about those guys: as much leadership. Right. It's you can talk about Chris Landrum as a player all day long, but when you start talking about his leadership, that's where it's defining that. So this bunch is still, through the all season they've done a great job of that. We'll see how that goes when the season starts and what kind of leadership they provide. But like I said, I like this team and I like what they're about.
Schedule. You open up with North Alabama, a familiar old foe that's going to be there. And then some guy named Fournette, you got to try to stop him in week 2 then. But overall, top to bottom, how do you rate the schedule?
Well, I'll rank our schedule with anybody in the country, FCS level-wise. Our out-of-conference schedule is, no favors there. It's pretty tough. UNA is a team, kind of picked at the top of their conference in Division II. They'll make a run at another national championship, I'm sure, in the playoffs this year. So, and I think they got about 17, 18 starters back, so they're a very, very talented.
They'll have some transfers too.
It's not your average Division II, so it's going to be a really, really good, talented football team that will play. And I said, then you got to go to LSU. You got that feat there. I'm praying for rain. They had a game last year. I think it got rained out, so that wouldn't be bad. No, but that'll be a good experience for our guys, and they'll be looking forward to it. And then we play 2 really, well, I don't know what you call coastal now. They're kind of in between. They're FCS is moving up to an FBS team, so it's like having 2 FBS games that are up to 73 or 75 scholarships a year. They got to add, I think, 10. I think it's 73, and then we'll move up, to 85 next year. So they're in that transition period, and we got a really great program there. And then you got to go to. Luckily, we got them at home. That'll be a big venue at home as well, and then we got to go to Richmond, which is I'm sorry, got to go to Liberty, who's going to be a challenge on the road. And they've knocked off a few folks there.
All right. Just a few days away from getting everything going, but once you get going, you jump right in, and September the 1st, that Thursday night game gets here in a hurry, doesn't it?
It does. I'm so glad to be playing a Thursday night game. I think one of those years really good, and what better team to do that against the UNA? It kind of brings back some of our older alumni will remember, Go South days when you played 2 or 3 or 4 of them a year, on Thursday night. So I think it's going to be a good venue. I think we'll have a great crowd. It should be a sold-out crowd, and like I said, just going to be a great football game too. They got a good team.
And as we wrap this up, you talked about some of the holes, but it is nice when you got number 7 and number 12 on offense over there for you, and Eli and Bars, and then on defense, a guy like Jaylen Hill and Darius Jackson.
Yes, we got some guys back. You got enough back on defense, a nucleus to build around that I thought, Joel McCandless and Awino and Randy Robinson, and, those guys are a good nucleus, and offensively we've got a lot of guys back. And we got some holes to fill over there too, but hopefully that'll pan out and be okay. But say this, when you got a good nucleus back defense and get your quarterback back, it gives you a little bit of a comfort deal, and hopefully all those guys stay healthy and just keep progressing, because every year's different. I mean, the chemistry of each team is responsible for itself,
right.
So we're building on that daily, and like I said, hopefully just continue to get better.
OVC Football Media Day 2016, Jacksonville State preseason pick to win it. Mr. Jenkins to my right here is the OVC preseason Offensive Player of the Year. You won that honor last year, first-team all-conference quarterback. Hard to believe that now as we get ready for this 2016 season, this is it for you, your senior year.
My senior year. Can't believe it. It's been a long journey, but it's been worth it.
I'll go back to 2012 when you redshirted. At that time, you weren't even playing quarterback, were you?
Not quarterback at all. Yeah, I played playing safety. It kind of developed me. I got a tough mindset. I'm a quarterback, but I still had that defensive toughness in me. That's why I can just if I wanted to. Yeah.
Go back to Bill Clark comes in, moves you to quarterback in 2013. What's the difference in Eli Jenkins today than 2013?
Oh, I just understand football more. Understand football, understand life, and I just grown as a person and a ball player. Just that young kid at 2012. All he thought about was making plays, just throwing his body around. I'm a little smarter now. I understand when I got to do stuff and when I don't got to do stuff. I understand that it's a long season. You playing day by day. You never know when it's your last play, but you still got to think ahead, and that's what I've grown to realize.
Those guys in front of you make it go. You got 3 preseason all-conference selections up there. Casey Dunn's All-American, and then Justin Lee and Dylan Klein, preseason all-conference. That helps you sleep a little bit better at night, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I always get good 8 hours sleep thinking about that. Those guys they work hard. You never see them complaining about anything. You never see them late for anything. You never see them not trying to do extra. So it's it's amazing. It's a blessing to have those guys in front of me, blocking for me, and the other guys. Nick Johnson, he should be a preseason pick too. Probably one of the best guys I've ever played with. Nick Johnson. He works harder than anybody on the team, from offensive line standpoint all the way to defensive back. He's always in front in sprints, and it's just a blessing to have him, protecting me.
You got Barge back, all-time leading receiver. You two guys probably know each other very well at this point, don't you?
Yeah, we know each other pretty well. We hang out a lot. That's my boy. I love him to death. He's always been there for me. I feel like I can go talk to him about anything. That's probably what makes it so special on the field. Like, I understand what he wants. He understands what I want. So that's what that's the difference.
Sam Houston eliminated you in the playoffs in 2014. That left a bad taste in your mouth, and that's what fueled a lot of the success last year, I think. Not winning the title in the championship game. Have you guys talked about that, and is that carried over now to help you get ready for this season?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like that's all I think about all the time. I say, well, we lost to Sam Houston in the first round. We understood what we had to do to get back to there. Now we lost the national championship. Now we understand what we got to do to get back to there, but we still got to put in the work. It's not gonna be an easy schedule, because every team in OVC is, they say we got a bullseye on our back. They all got bullseyes on their back too. We want them just like they want us. So we're gonna, we working hard to get back to the national championship, because we want to, take our fans to Frisco again.
You mentioned the OVC. A lot of the guys here in this room and everything, they're going to be coming after you. How does it feel to be the pick to win the league, and pretty much a unanimous choice?
It's pretty good. It shows how much work we put in. It shows the respect that we're getting from people. These guys deserve it. We really deserve it, because behind the scenes, we really go through it. As student athletes, you'll never know how much stuff people go through. not just at JSU, but anywhere.
Right.
And just to be able to do your homework, go to practice, go to tutoring, it's a rough job. And just to get an opportunity to be in the situation is a blessing.
OVC Football Media Day, Jacksonville State preseason pick to win the league. One of the preseason all-conference selections, Jaylen Hill, Jacksonville State cornerback. I want to start with that. I mean, it's been I'll call it a journey for you. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But to be preseason all-conference selection from walking on back in 2012, that's got to make you individually feel very special.
Yeah, it makes me feel special, but it's also a blessing, man. Everything that I have, the man upstairs gave to me, man. Coach Gross gave me an opportunity, and I just thank him for that.
All right, I'll go back. You walked on 2012, and you were telling me earlier you actually were out there with JB. You were on offense with Eli and with Josh Barnes, right?
Yeah, man, that was fun, man. I promise you I want to play receiver. They won't give me a chance again. Yeah, but that was a fun experience, man. And it's also a wonderful experience to see how we all grown up. We was all offensive players. Now I'm a defensive player, but they doing their thing on offense, so I like it.
You walked on, set out in 2012, redshirted then, and if I recall correctly, when Junior went down with an injury in 13, that was really when you got your chance, correct?
Yes, sir. That's when they gave me a chance. I didn't like defense that much. It took me a while to get used to the game and how to play cornerback, but I appreciate them for putting me on defense because I love it now.
You played quarterback in high school.
Yes, sir.
And you played some safety, but never at cornerback, right?
Yeah, never cornerback. Never cornerback. I probably played like a few games at cornerback, but cornerback wasn't my position.
What, going against Barge and Gonzalez and those guys every day, has that helped you more than anything, or is there something else that's really helped you in making that adjustment over there?
I have to say, just my work ethic off the field, that helped me, but Josh Barge and Ruben Gonzalez, those are two top receivers to go against every day. They definitely will get you better.
Alan Bonner, did you go against him at any time?
Yes. Actually, my first rep of defensive back was against Alan Bonner. Yeah.
Did it go good?
He had me spinning around. He's definitely a good receiver, great receiver. Jacksonville has some great receivers.
All right. You're one of 4 guys on defense, preseason all-conference selection. There are some holes to fill, but yet there's a lot of talent back this year, isn't there?
Yes, sir. There's a lot of talent, a lot of guys willing to fill the spots of seniors that left, and they're ready to make a name for themselves. So, yeah.
And you're the veteran back there. Junior's gone. Rashad Byers is gone. You were the man now, right?
Yeah, I'm a man, but I think what they did last year, they helped me to learn how to lead the team and lead the position of which I play, which is cornerback. They set great examples for how to carry yourself on and off the field.
6 career interceptions going into the season, 4 of those last year, and 2 in the playoffs, 1 against Charleston Southern, 1 in the championship game against North Dakota State. Playing wide receiver, does that help you on that side of the ball? Obviously, you got pretty good hands.
Yeah, playing wide receiver definitely helps me judge the ball in the air. Also playing quarterback, that helps me to know what the quarterback likes to do and how they look at receivers versus defensive back. So it kind of gives me an upper hand on what's coming towards me.
Are you going to talk to Coach Cross and Coach Williams about maybe in a game getting a shot at on that other side of the football?
I push it every day. I just want one shot, but they won't give it to me. But I'm still pushing for it.